Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subject channel. Hey, listen, man. I don't be having the best production. Y'all know that by now. When it comes to the visual stuff. But when it comes to improving lives, information, wisdom, I don't know. I think I do all right. And I think this is going to hit a lot of people. This is going to hit home. We need to talk about trust in other people and trust in general. So I got a lot of things planned. And it's going to take a lot of people. But I was sitting thinking earlier and kind of like last night, I said, you know what, I'm going to take it slower. I'm going to be patient. Because it's like when you rush things, that's when a lot of time, that's when stuff don't work out. Like, and I know this from various experiences, but not everything I rushed didn't work out. Some stuff you gotta rank things like peace, freedom. Those things are more important than things like money. Like case in point, what sense do it make, or what difference it gonna make if you're a billionaire but you had to take the mark of the beast? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What difference do it make if you a billionaire but you had to take the mark of the beast? Peace, freedom come in front of people, their opinions, so on and so forth. Here's something that happens sometimes. When you about to make a move, not only do you need to observe the people that you either gonna take along with, but you gotta observe the people that they in cahoots with. Cause sometimes it don't be them initially, but it can become them due to the people that they link to. Like case in point, let's say Donald Trump was looking for a vice president. He took Vance, right? But in order for him to take Vance, and it works out, because like I'm gonna show you what happened with Pence. If the wife has a problem with you, or people that's close to Pence got a problem with you, then Pence gonna develop a problem with you. And we saw that, didn't we? That's what happens. Discord grows. That's why I as far as ministry, I could have had a church a long time ago, and I could be doing very well for myself with it. But the reason why I chose not to do it, this is one time I let patience have its way. I was trying to force it, trying to rush. And I would do something, and little people would show up, or nobody would show up. Right? Now back then, I done preach sermons where wasn't nobody there but the people in my house. But y'all see that, right? You see how people will give up on you? That's why you got to be patient. Because what if I would have got to church and now I'm dealing with all this divorce stuff? Back then, look, she was kind of like this. Forgive, move on, try to act right. But somewhere along the way, she quit on me. And that like gave me a little more wisdom as to being patient and just trusting myself and trusting the Most High. Because what happens when you don't trust yourself, you start trying to force stuff, force relationships, forcing this, forcing that. This is where people have like gambling problem. You trying to force money. And for what? It's all right for you to play. But you should play with a lot of patience and wisdom if you're going to play. Instead of just trying to force it to happen. And for what? They still not, if the people that like you, they like you right now. Before you get a nicer haircut, get your beard lined up, the people that like you and down with you, they down with you right now. Ain't no need to move too fast. Because if they down with you, no matter what speed you move at, they still gonna be there. Sometimes it's good to move slow because the people that ain't really with you start to drop off. Another thing. You be like, okay, this is gonna be your position. This is gonna be your position. And then when you start moving slow, you allow the truth to surface. A lot of people just be filling voids, man. Women, like, they'll be trying to force it. And you know when they forcing it because now I learned from like what went wrong in my relationship. So now, like if a woman like me or whatever be trying to move fast, I'll be like, wait a minute. I don't be feeding into that. Because now I know you dump a chick, try to give you an ultimatum. You dictate to them. You the man. That's what the Most High taught me. I'm telling you. Y'all be trying to make him out like he just soft and weak. It's because you don't know him like that. He be showing me. Like sometimes he'll mention people. Like I had a dream last night that I'm keeping to myself where he gave my oldest and both of my sons they props. That says a lot. That says a lot because, see, when you start making power moves, the United States is the most powerful and most weakest country both at the same time. If that makes sense. And it's like what happens is we experiencing both. All of us. That's why you need the Most High to decipher through all this foolishness with people, and he'll help you. People will judge you when you ain't got money, or you pay your bills late, or you get food stamps, or you file bankruptcy. But that's because that's what they do. They invertly evil. And the Most High the whole time will be looking at you the same. And he won't force you to learn from him. But if you come to him, he'll teach you. A lot of that stuff I've been teaching y'all about money, he teach me, and that's why I don't agree with nobody that think, let me tell you something, if you ain't got a word before you become successful, remember the Bible says strength is made powerful in weakness. So if you ain't powerful until you get stronger, then is it real power? That's like a guy that's secretly on steroids. But then anytime you see his movements or something, it's like and I know a couple people in the mainstream, buff as not all get up. But when they start throwing punches, I be like, gotta be steroids. Cause like when you watch a boxing match, they get tested. They really can't get away with being on steroid. That's what it's like. So, two things that should come first when it comes to your trust. You should trust the Most High and trust yourself. Job trusted himself, and I believe Job never stopped trusting the Most High. He just was upset about his situation. He was upset about his situation. Oh, that was a light. Yeah, that's a light. But when it comes to people, they'll let you down. That's why don't give nobody your trust too fast. Especially you guys. Just know that sex, you got to control that because you'll start trusting people that you shouldn't. And a lot of time we get mad at people for rejecting us, but we really shouldn't because sometimes that be the Most High protecting you. Like when you with the Most High, he'll be like, he been through enough. Nope. He'll be protecting you. And you in your human flesh, you always wanna be upset and angry and frustrated and all of that. Because that was in Adam's balls. And when he began to reproduce, it was already there because he had already failed. The Most High showed me that with Adam was supposed to trust him and check Eve based on his trust for him. Because when you trust the Most High, you don't care who leave. You don't care when you gotta leave. Because what he's gonna do is when you ain't even gotta talk to him every second, because he gonna be looking at your heart. It's like when you start trusting them and when you start realizing that these people is demonically controlled, most of them, and they're gonna do like the devil. They're gonna twist the truth, like the devil did in the garden. Like, and I be giving y'all the truth. Sometimes it be hard hitting. People be like, nah, I don't agree with that. Who cares what you agree with? And that's another thing. How can I have people close to me that's disagreeing with what the Most High showed me? I know what he showed me. I know what he be having me talk about. So if I come on here and I'm like, well, you've been married before. We've been talking about that lately. And somebody be like, nah, I don't agree with that. How can I be close to them? They gonna become an associate. Because I'm going to look at it like, and this is how I have to look at it, because I made this mistake before. He not high enough. He not close enough to the Most High to come along for this ride. He not humble enough to come along for this ride. So the devil will start, this is what the devil do. Sometimes the Most High be trolling the devil, if that makes sense. And I'm going to explain to you how. So it'll be a person that you trying to take along for the ride. And the devil will put stuff in their head and they'll back off. That slander, that comes from the devil. And then the Most High come like, nah, you can't trust him. And to show you why. And you had not even talked to that person. That's another reason why I say watch out for people. Lord told me this, Lord told me that. Because the Most High come to you directly. For real. And it'll be like, you be like, man, let me call and see what's up with that. He'll be like, he'll put this in your spirit. Sometimes he don't even say nothing. Because the Most High don't like to speak negatively about people to other people. But he will if he has to. Like even if you look at the Garden of Eden, he already knew the devil. He just was like, who told you was naked? He already knew. So, because the thing is, he has to control his anger with people because they'll die. And he might be like, I'm going to give this person a chance. So he'll just do this. And like sometimes I don't catch it, but sometimes I do. And one particular person, he did this. So I was like, okay. You ain't going along for the ride. You come back, you're going to be in the back, spectating. So, you gotta control and maintain your level of trust for other people. You have to. This is how people get in trouble. This is why the divorce rate is so high. People trusting people that they trust too fast or they shouldn't have trusted at all. Oh, you my soulmate. Oh, you so this. Is a person who sees you as a soulmate gonna quit on you? No. Is a person that sees you as a great leader gonna quit on you? No. They was just filling voids. And then some women, they'll seem like, you'll be like, oh, shoot. Give it time. Be patient. Be patient. People will be judging you the whole time, and you'll be thinking they down with you. They'll only watch your stuff to see if you're going to talk about them, but they not interested. That's because you shouldn't trust them. They'll only buy your plate. Let's say you selling dinner. to be nosy. Or some people, they like it's not all, you got to be able to have an eye for it. I'm talking about some people, like you take dinners to work, let's say. Some people going to try it just to criticize you. Some people going to try it because they like food. Other people going to try it because they want to be nosy. That's why I still post on Facebook, but not like I used to. I had to learn, man, because like people was taking what I say the wrong way. Am I going to run and delete my page? Absolutely not. But people are just the majority of the people on your Facebook page are there to make their friend numbers look higher, some, or to be nosy. I'm telling you, man. Most of them could care less about you. Some of them don't care about themselves. The rest of them, they care about themselves too much. They selfish. When you trust in the Most High and you trust in yourself, you don't worry about who ain't calling you. What you do is, when you get your level of success and recognition, them people that wasn't calling you, don't get close to them. You can't trust them. Just what I'm talking about. Sometimes you can't even trust the ones that do call you, but sometimes you can't. Again, you just got to have an eye for it. Some of them just filling voids of time. If I think you only calling me because there ain't nobody else to call, I'm not going to always answer. I'm going to answer when I feel like it. Because I know what you're doing. See? If I know you only call when you want something, I'm going to answer when I feel like it. And you know why? Because I trust the Most High and I trust myself. I don't need enemies. I don't need people that's acting like enemies to make me feel warm and special, like they my friends. I don't need that. Since I was a kid, I had this element about me where I was fine by myself. And I had plenty cousins. We dealt with each other. I had friends. I knew plenty people. But I still would be up in my room watching cartoons, playing video games, having imaginary wrestling leagues and basketball leagues and playing the games, having the wrestling matches. I'll be up there playing with my toys. And I'll be as content as I want to be. But then I go out into the world and start dealing with the people, and I'm having fights, shootouts. When I was in the streets, the little dirt I did most of it by myself. Because it's like people be thinking that everything that you thought when you was young was wrong, and it's not. Like you had elements of wisdom when you were younger. When it came to women, when it came to trusting people, I had elements of wisdom. It's dudes that I saved their life, multiple dudes. And the Most High know I'm speaking the truth, as usual. That don't even talk to me no more. Your face look like it do. Because when dude was whooping you like that, I broke it up. In college. He know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about if you watch my videos. Got on you and was pummeling you, and I pulled him off you. I didn't get in it because I was cool with both of them, but I pulled him off you. If he had kept hitting you, he was going to bust you open. you would have had the marks to this day. And that person don't even talk to me no more. Because they was just there for a season. People be unfriending you and stuff. Like, you forget that a lot of time people was on your heels, wanted to whoop you, but they knew I was going to help you. They ain't want to fight me. Yeah. And then this is another thing people do. They underestimate you when you trying to be cool, calm, and collected. See, I could have really went on I had the violence in me back in them 90s to go on a rampage in Milwaukee. I was letting dudes slide, all type of stuff. It was one dude, he tried to fight me and he know he can't whoop me. And at first I was like, I'm about to embarrass dude. I'm going to wait till everybody come around and I'm going to beat dude down. But when he came and apologized and explained himself, I let him slide. Because he know good and well, if all of my guys was there, no guns, and it was an even number with them, he know good and well he wouldn't have did that. He did that because I was by myself. And people would be like, man, I remember. Man, you know good and well it was 1 against 9. And some of the dudes that was with him wasn't no joke. I really should have ran like my friends did. I'm walking like I ain't got nothing to do with it. That one I ain't had nothing to do with, so I'm minding my own business. And dude came right up to me. He came, man. Everybody know. Dude, he didn't win no fights against none of my guys. One of my guys blocked all his punches. He didn't get no hits in before they broke it up. And he should be glad they broke it up because my guy was way too strong for him. He was finna get whooped. My other guy was fighting him, just kept picking him up, dumping him on his neck. But he didn't have all of them with him, see. And something happened to a guy in my neighborhood where he was kind of messed up because he got put in a coma, and it was all over the news. Anybody from Milwaukee remember that? I think it was like 88, something like that. We knew his big brothers. We knew him a little bit, but we mainly knew his big brother. And it's like those guys jumped him and they put him in a coma, and it was all over the news. Everybody rooting for him, and he finally recovered. Man, people all through Milwaukee was just celebrating. They came outside, people smiling. Y'all know he done came out that coma, right? People like, yep. That happened so long ago, I think the dudes that did it are out of prison. Got jumped by 4 guys. So that was in everybody's head. Like, I didn't want to fight people that might jump me. Because think if all of them would have jumped me, I would have probably died. So, what I look like fighting dude right then and there. I had a classmate. We might have to make a part 2 because of time or if it shut up. Because I ain't done with this yet. I had a classmate that I know dude wasn't no punk. Dude was buff. He wasn't no punk. But he wasn't finna fight them. So what happened was, and me and one of the dudes, we cool now, but like when we first got cool, again, and we was talking on Facebook, I brought that up. I was like, man, like that was weak. And all while I was in middle school, people don't know, but I was mad over that. Because they took it as, you know how people had nervous laughter? He laughed, but he was cool with them, so he wasn't laughing like it was funny. Like he, you know, some people just be like that, like the wrong response come out. And so they came into class just punching him and stuff. And all of us was sitting there watching. Now watch this deep. We was sitting there watching, just sitting there. Because the dude, one of the dudes that was doing it, was way bigger than everybody, looked like a monster. Had a deep voice, looked like an old man. People were scared of him. So we all sitting in our chairs like this. And you could tell everybody liked the guy that it happened with. So people were sitting there like, and it's like, all he could do really is try to cover up. And it was like 3 of them swinging off on him. Because one of our classmates came from Mississippi. He already had a license and a car. And he trying to show off. And he lost control of the car and smashed into the building on 32nd and Hampton. And we all was sad about that. But when they did that to him, that made it even worse. Like, I ain't trusting. Like, it was a lot of stuff that was happening that was making me not trust people. And so, maybe like a couple months later, 3-4 months later, same dude, I'm minding my own business. I'm already still mad that he did that to him. He was one of the reasons why I started working out even more. Because I was thinking, like, if I get into it with all these dudes, bullies, and they bigger than me, so I got to be able to fight back. So I started lifting weights and my father weights and stuff. And so, but I didn't do it all the time, but I was doing it and working on my punches, watching Sugar Ray Leonard and all of them, just studying them practically. And so I'm minding my own business, walking down the hall. The girl, how fitting, I ain't gonna say what her name was, because if they watch, but she had a name of a woman on a painting. And everybody used to talk about how ugly she was. Like, I didn't like dog her and stuff like that. Because to me, she had a nice body. And the only reason why people was saying she was ugly, she had bumps on her face. But she was walking in front of me and I'm walking in the hall. And one of the dudes that did that to him, he was cool with the big monster dude, we'll just call him. So he pushed me into her. This at Addison Middle School. Some people that watch my videos might remember that. He pushed me into her. Because I'm friends with him on Facebook now. We cool now. He pushed me into her. I turned around and got on his heels. And he fired me. Bam! All I saw was white. He hit me right in the eye. When he did that, I didn't care who he's with. Because in my mind, I was saying, they not going to do me like they did him. So I felt like I wanted to get him back for both of us. And so when he hit me in the eye, the dude was with him. I didn't care. Instantly. Bang, 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 bang. Fast. He was trying to fight back. He was swinging back. But I had him against the lockers. And if he watched my video, tell me I'm lying. If you watch my video, you know we cool now. Tell me you wasn't up against them lockers. He was swinging back. He was bigger than me too. But my punches were so fast, his face was going side to side. And guess what Monster Dude was doing? He was like that. In shock. Because he didn't want to take that L. Because if he would have, the mindset I was in, I trusted myself. I was ready for both of them. Because I was mad when he did that, man. Because I know he was just trying to be a bully. And you wasn't finna bully me. Them dudes stole my shoes on the second day of school. I was mad at that too. That's why I had so many fights in middle school. Because the stuff they was doing, they ain't realized that I had anger inside. Dude spit on me right in the face. If he would have came back to school, I'm telling y'all, I didn't see him no more after that. I was going to hit him in his head with that bat. I played it off. I brought a tennis ball with it, like I was going to play baseball. Because if I would have brought just a bat, I would have got kicked out. So I brought a tennis ball with it. But his head was the real tennis ball. So it's like when I get in that mindset, I learn, trust yourself. When I trust myself, I don't got to rush. I don't got to rush. What I'm looking for usually comes to me. And what you looking for come to you. So they just two cousins, right? They was cousins. They trying to get extra roughness in. They choked both of us up. And it's like, I was mad at him after that. Like, he better not say nothing about it or. And they was a little karate dude. I didn't care. Because at that point, I trusted myself. I was undefeated. Well, no, I lost one. Because dude was way bigger than me at the time. When I saw him years later, he already knew. But I trusted myself. When you trust yourself, that impatience and that fear goes away. When you trust the Most High, that impatience and that fear goes away. But when you start trusting other people, you got to be careful, because if you trust somebody too quick, they'll make a mess of things. They'll make a mess of things. So it's like the second half of the school year, well, I had fights both years, but people wasn't really, they left me alone. And I wasn't that big. And it's like even the second year, I had a fight. I had fights too. Like, dude, you're not finna punk me. See, y'all gotta realize the 80s was a good time, but that bullying stuff was off the charts. You had to really stand up for yourself and fight. Because dudes, if they got muscles and stuff, they'll be showing off, throwing punches at your face. Like this one dude tapped my face twice. But I was like, now ain't the time to fight him. Patient. Because that dude, that's all he wanted to do was fight because how big he was. And he knew how, too. So I said, now ain't the time to fight him. I went home. I got ready for his butt. And he never really bothered me no more, so I didn't fight. Me and him never fought. Another dude was a hood dude. Guns, bring guns to school, all type of stuff. He start trying to box. I'm like, man, I'm not finna box him. So if I get him and shoot me or something, dude, all his big brothers had nothing but guns. They was drug dealers. I had to be patient, y'all. I had to. Cause that could, like them dudes, that could have put my whole family in danger. And I knew it. Dude, that's the only reason he was acting like that, because he knew he had them guns and he had them at home. He wasn't no big old dude or nothing. That's why people just got out his way. I'm like, why is he trying to box, man? I'm just covering up. Like, I ain't even want to swing back. I'm just blocking and covering up. I bet you he won't bring that up. No, I'll be like, man, we grown now. Nobody, I ain't thinking about your brothers or none of that. But they was the type, his family was the type that if I beat him up at school, right, they gonna come to our house. And I already know how my father was. That could have got nasty. So you know, sometimes you just gotta calculate your moves. Now he's sitting in jail. Good for him. And I looked up his size, I was laughing. He never grew. I was like, look how little he is. And I was just laughing at it. Because I remember this, I can't remember his name, no. But at the time when I was looking at that, it was a couple years back, I remembered his last name. I said, he ain't never even grow. So sometimes you have to be patient. You have to be patient, man, in this world. Because people will be trying to fill voids, their own voids. And they'll be trying to rush you. Women do that all the time. And then down the line, you find out, man, she was just love bombing. Man, she was just talking. Now you gotta, like, when you deal with these chicks, now you gotta know their trauma. Like, what happened to them in their life. Just they'll bring that in your life. For real. I had several instances of trying to help people and I shouldn't. Like, I remember one time, the little girl was staying home by herself, but she knew I was at home because I got injured on the job. She knew the wife's family. So I let her in. So she wouldn't be out there and somebody come snatch her or something. Her mother came home like getting on her like I'm looking at her like, are you really acting like I was going to do something to her? Oh, she did. I let her in. I said, you can stay right here and wait for your mother. And I went back down in the basement and I was coming up there checking on her. Making sure, our kids, and make sure she wasn't messing with the wife's mother's stuff. Her mother came home like acting like, oh, you shouldn't have. I was like, I should have left her outside then. If I would have left her outside, she would have been like, why you ain't let her in? Somebody took my baby. But when I let her in, you want to act like I'm going to do something to her. That's why I ain't like being around kids, man. Because people be coming up with strange things. I'm just making sure your daughter is safe, and you gonna pull that on me. And after that, I said, watch. She showed she wasn't no good. And so the wife's friend, father, was married to her. And I'm thinking, she ain't no good. She ain't gonna be around. I could tell by her response with that. That's another reason, like her, bona fide church person. That's why I ain't never trusted church people like that. She all in the church acting like that. Half speaking to people, just evil. And he got rid of her butt too. That's why I tell y'all about them churches. That ain't nothing there. That little church woman, that ain't nothing there. That there ain't nothing. A lot of them don't even be submitting. They be thinking it's a sin to be freaky with their husband, all type of stuff. That ain't nothing there. And they'll cheat and try to justify it or try to repent it away. Well, I did this because you ain't give me, you wouldn't give me. No, you did it because you're a slut. That's why you did it. Let me tell you something about them emotional affairs. That's because they want to give that thing to somebody else. When they start doing that, your turn is up. You give them a chance after that, and you still going to end up divorced. When they do that, you might well just divorce them then and there. They're trying to give that thing to somebody else. Your turn is up. And look, I'm telling you, listen to this, man. Listen. I'm going to make a part 2, because I know how y'all get with this kind of stuff. So I'm going to make a part 2. Stay tuned.